This is an episode where I'm going to premiere my take on some ship builds for anyone within the fleet of Starbase 375, or Starbase 375, and anybody else in the STO community. And most of these builds will be a nice build to do when you're getting started, and later on in this series I'll get on to how to build up a ship such as this, my beautiful temporal dreadnought. And first of all, you may all recognise a ship that will be the focus of this episode. It's a ship most people go with at tier 5. And this is going to be a nice view on how to build up a ship if you're in a fleet without having to spend any money on Zen. It will require a little bit of grinding for the dilithium, as well as grinding PvE queues that all, I don't know now, Task Force operations, to get the marks, to get some of the things I'll be using. But most of all, these can be grabbed from the fleet. So I'm not going to show any phases like integrity linked, sensor linked, targeting linked, focusing linked, or the Kelvin phases, or the Delphic weapons, Herald weapons. All that will be out of the question for this. I'll be showing you how to survive advanced queues, and failing that, if the ship is unable to survive an advanced queue, at least participate in a way that will make your ship better. Right. And if there's any ship you would like to see make a debut on this series, please leave a comment below, and always smash that like. It does mean a lot, and it shows you are actually paying attention.
The shuttle to Saturn will leave in 08:30 hours.
So first of all, I'm going to go down and remove everything. My duty officers I've already set up for this. I'll be using my USS Jackdaw. Ship I've already roughly built up. I built it up for something else. Sorry guys, I do have a bit of a cough right now. I haven't really been 100%. I can't remove any devices. I can't move any more devices. Inventory is full. Alright. So an easy set to go with will be the Fleet Advanced Beams. And I'm not going to be using all advanced beams, but I'm going to be using primarily beams. Mostly to get as much out of this ship as possible. You will want to try to work yourself on an omnidirectional. Notice nothing's epic. I've made sure these weapons are not epic, so you can just see it is how you would get them. The first thing I would want to put onto this, if you can get this torpedo, gravimetric torpedo. I run on everything. Then fill that last one up with a phaser beam, or anything you like. I personally would go with the phaser beam because, you know, they just come in handy. Oh well, I apologise guys, I haven't been too well. As you rightly saw, I'm using a soul set. This will give you two things. It has a nice damage resistance as well as shield regeneration, and also increases reduces all energy damage to shields by 10%, as well as increase incoming shield healing to self. And a nice one, it will also reduce kinetic resistance and energy damage resistance. And also you get that spurred discharge nanite. The core, I'll go with the Temporal Defense Initiative Overcharged Warp Core. This will increase auxiliary power as well as increase it to a maximum of +5 and add a 7.5. And you can all read this. That trajectory jump will come in quite handy to get in a sticky situation. Now, I'm going to remove a beam. I'm going to want to, well, we're all going to want to put a nice quantum phase torpedo on the back. It gives you no shield drain, and this, the gravimetric photon torpedo, will create a gravity well. Nice for people who use control expertise. I will, because I've only got the 3 tactical slots, I'll be using vulnerability exploit these. You'll need that critical severity. So since I've only got 2 here, I'm going to put a quantum phase converter, which finishes off the 3-piece set, and a simulated module. That will increase your critical severity, critical chance, as well as your damage control for your hull regeneration and power settings. Engineer is going to be quite simple. A turn rate console, conductive RCS accelerator. I mostly use it because it does several things. It'll increase the flight turn rate, as well as also increase that again, but also give shield resistance. I would also put the crystalline absorption matrix, because, well, it gives the passive energy resistance and the activate available will come in super handy. Then Trillium D hull, you can go with that, but I would personally go with the defense. You may see I've got a weapon battery, some heavy turrets you can get from your diplomacy, the duty officer, shield battery and auxiliary battery. You'll see why I got the auxiliary in a minute. Another thing to note, I'm using aux to bat. I might not have 2 aux to bat, I might have emergency powered auxiliary. But I might keep that one aux to bat and move this one. So move this one to emergency powered shield. I'm going to need a shield buff. My two tactical slots are focused on as much DPS in as wide range as I can. So I've got my torpedo spread 1, chemosite laced weaponry. With the chemosite laced, I've also got my fire at will, so I can get the damage boost from that and fly it all directions. Emergency powered weapons 1, mostly because personally I would recommend you getting a overload integrity field. I've got that here. Emergency powered weapons, then emergency powered shields. Engineer team 3 and reverse polarity shields 3. Engineer team 1, auxiliary spout, like I said, and overload integrity linked. I would also recommend having the polarized hull, because that gives you damage resistance as well as immunity to transport beams and the teleport, so you might get off. And the tachyon beam, mostly because that will disable shields. My duty officers, like I said, I've already set up for this. Well, not all, not perfectly. Yeah, I did. So I've got my 2 technicians. So when I activate that aux to bat, I'll get an 8%, which is plus on both these 2. I'm not using anything that will be overly expensive at the moment, which will give you an 8% with these 2. Your auxes when you use auxiliary power to emergency battery, which will reduce my bridge officer recharge time. I've got a space combat specialist for the damage buff. Projectile weapon, which will it will make my torpedo fire faster. I've got 2 slow firing torpedoes on this build. And a maintenance officer, because I've only got 2 engineering teams and not much in the way of hull restoration. This will have you covered. And this, I haven't got the 6th one, because I don't want to use that yet. So I've still left that locked. Right, as you guys can see, the ships will build up. This is how it will stay. Now let's find a advanced queue. A nice one that could test. I wanted to put the ship through its paces, so let's do a defense of Starbase 01. I'll show you a little way to get this ship, the most out of this ship. Now, this ship you're not going to get much tanking out of, but with the right captain skills, it can be. My captain traits, which I'll show once we load into space. You see, this is just the tier 5 captains. See, these are my traits: beam, bulkhead, point blank, shield, live and hull, accuracy. Context is for king, mostly because that gives you the damage resistance. And last ditch effort. I've got these are my reputations, space reputation, active reputations, and grander reputations. And I'm gonna put a approved predictive algorithm, emergency team response, layered shield, and honored dead. all you can get quite easily at most stores.
Listen up.
Now, how you're going to want this, you're going to want to have your threatening stance. Reverse your polarity as polarized hull and beam fire at will as your quick actives, along with the, I want to have a quick run, matrix to fire whenever possible, to give you best help. Recharge an eye at level, so when you get 25.
Here they come.
You want to have trajectory jump as your quick L2, L1, you want to constantly use pressure start. That will give you that to read it. The maximum hold rate is 5% to 60% that at the time. And do your get to that. You can effectively double your ship's hull. There's no live broadcast. Raw specific channel probably don't know. This is a nice budget work. That is good for most troops. I know the pre-advanced phases are not majorly budget, but they will help get around the longer as well. So, if you're in a fleet with Italian, right, go ship. They will like 10 times better. And then if you get the fleet elite, you get that from the economy. You see my very powers down. bridge off so it's no longer taking time to repair. I was saying the ship was gone out for Wednesday, but I thought might as well
There's a break
get it
of
out.
incoming warp signatures. We may have a short amount of time
This is
before
an
more
advanced
arrive.
queue, but I do think we have got down somebody coming. Maybe because we got USS Enterprise. Well, somebody will.
Reading some
being an
heavier
Enterprise
ships
runner.
incoming. Raiders and battleships and evacuation ships launching.
Team on that. That temporal central mixed warp comes from the temporal defense threat post, and the similar module comes from the board task force level. Yeah. The self-mentioned comes from the Bison store. Yeah. But later on, when it gets more advanced ship build, I'll start showing things and start mentioning the parents of the statement.
Give them cover.
Also to show you what specialization is. I mean, intelligence control of opposite like comparing ship and like but mostly this will one this
This is Andor. Our shields are taking hits, and we could use an escort.
Buff for yourself. It's become a harder target to hit. As well as giving damage down to something else. I would personally recommend going Intel. You're going to be using it. You don't know what things I've gone with my space skills. I've gone mostly even here, so I run tasks as well as operations as well as science.
The Klingons are regrouping again. Get into position to prepare for the next assault.
This build will screen support, but will also screen DPS. It will pretty much turn a tank.
Here come the
That
Klingon
is
battleships.
really
Keep fighting.
not anything impressive to a ship that will hold its own like as you will see, another Starbase 1 are actually the strongest. As you can see, I can nicely support the ships that are trying to evacuate as well as keep my collar. Now, if you go to more, see that requires more output and more skill capture as you go to force. You want to keep your weapon start firing continuously effectively. And you're going to want to keep that projected jump hot, so you'll need that 5 kilometers jump to the forward position. Out the way off the board but with this, do not fret. You'll try and build up a ship which isn't strong to it. But I have feeling and with this build, I was able to survive the last 2. Mostly thanks to that flat ship. Also that about itself starting to use that. My ship has become much more survivable. skip this large device. Now, if you don't want to run that torpedo or your beam, I would recommend running at least one of them. These torpedoes will give a shield as well. So when you hit the target or do significant damage, the gun also will activate the shield. One of those torpedoes will go past it, but you won't get that specific to bottom the civilization, which is quite hard.
That'll hold them.
I'm going to take some competitive marks. Part system. Thank you for watching, and I hope you find this helpful. This is Altair 41, signing off.